Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Testimony Tuesday. Bees doing their job this morning. That's my little watermelon plant. It's a plant someone gave me that I'm growing. This is my sweet potato plant that my mom gave me. We already know my rose bushes. They doing a little bit better. That sun had been eating them up. Washing the little clothes. This is our cucumber melon plant. I wouldn't say it's doing the best, but it's doing what it do. It's a little baby one right here. Ants like to eat on them. This our bell pepper plant is still coming along. This one right here, for some reason, it seemed to be a lot behind the other one compared to the other one. This one I'm sure you have saw, but it's a little bell pepper. We have two of them on there. About to knock this spider off my plant. I will plant this, me and my son's project we're doing. Now, from what I heard, spiders does eat other bugs. However, I also heard there can be a negative standpoint on your plants as well with them. So I'm not sure, but I see them often. How everybody doing? I'm just taking a look at my plants and see my son and I plants, seeing how they're coming along. There's one bell pepper. There's two. This one haven't did anything yet. It's our cucumber melon plant. Okay, my announcement, everybody can catch the replay. I haven't been feeling my best. Had a fall, took a fall. I was in the emergency room on yesterday from 7:30 to 4 o'clock. Received a Tylenol and a referral. That's it, that's all. But anyway, I will be doing a comfort couch today, story time / a testimony. I have been busy. If you haven't heard, a lot going on. This little snail. You all see that snail? Let me see, can I get a close up? I've been paying close attention to what's going on in the world per the Nolan Wells case. Let me see. I'm trying to get a good visual. It's moving kind of slow right there. But per the Nolan Wells case, and in case you have not heard, those that are interested, Mississippi, Jamal Bryan Church will be in Mississippi, and they welcome all that are interested to come on down there on the 19th of August, which is Nolan Wells' birthday. He would have been 19, and his birthday is on the 19th. Now, good morning from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome in. Now, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to really look into this But lately, I've been hearing that numbers have a lot of significance to it, whether it's coming into the world or leaving this world. But I find that highly unusual that his birthday is on the 19th and he would have been 19. It made me wonder if the people that allegedly had something to do with his demise knew these numbers and the numbers were significant to them. But what first came to my mind is the fact that this happened on the 4th of July, which is normally Independence Day. And me personally, I celebrate it to an extent because that's my little sister's birthday. Yes, and she's a great woman, manager at the aquarium. So of course I still celebrate that day. However, on that day I stayed in the house. My sons came over and we painted. And this why, please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. And this is why it's so significant to me, because I too have sons. I lost my first nephew, and every day God just give me strength. He just give me strength because I feel like it was yesterday when I got that phone call that he was gone. For a long time, I woke up in the middle of the night because I got that phone call in the middle of the night. And you know, I was there with my first nephew, you know, as he met his milestones. My sister worked very hard for her son. She was a manager at McDonald's, and I used to keep him. So it's just really important to me that these people don't keep getting away with the things that I feel like they're getting away with, allegedly. Taking people out of here. You know, it's just not right. And as I look at, let me show you this. The sky is so beautiful. And I was trying to tell my friend, I said, do you remember the sky used to look? I'm going to show you the sky. Right? He said he remembered it being as it is. I remember the sky looking like this. Now, if you look at some of my footage, you will notice the skies will look at differently, more like over there. Now, when I was coming up, I don't know what he remembered, but I remember the skies looking more like this. And I was telling him, to me, the skies have been looking more like, just not authentic, been looking more like AI. Now, again, if you go on my footage, you will see what I'm talking about. You will see how the clouds, they look so beautiful till they look like, they just look real. Now, I'm going to post my rainbow I caught yesterday. You might can see the sky there. But we must really pay attention to what's going on in this world. Watch as well as pray. But I really was coming on here just to let you know that around 11:30, I will be going live on my comfort couch. All of us have had many experiences in life, good or bad. I will be 50 this year. And so most of my stories, I just want to tell what I've overcame with Jesus Christ. I'm on my faith walk, growth journey. We grow every day. You can learn from a child. A child can learn from a child, and vice versa. I know my sons, they keep me young. They teach me technical things. You know, they don't just do everything for me. They show me things and how to do them, so I will know how to do them, which is a good thing. Keep my mind sharp, because in this world you can have overload, and that's another thing. I have learned to step back away from this internet sometime, because if you're dealing with any kind of depression or anything, it can take you to another level. That's what I personally feel. And I do advocate, and I need to do more of that on here, but I've really been trying to take care of myself since I had that fall, because I was strengthening my body. I started back exercise, trying to get in shape for my 50th birthday, and it's September the 22nd. So I got more than 30 days to prepare for it. I don't want to just look like I'm not 50, I want to feel like I'm not 50. That's the thing people don't get. I don't want to look like what I've been through, but I don't want to feel like what I've been through. And when I say what I've been through, a lot of people they throw it on the back burner. And I'm not trying to be, I'm trying to be particular. I love all people. Let me first say that. But when I say our people have been through so much, like, we have to thank you for the lights. We have to give our parents grace. Because I know my mom had me at a young age. I had my son, found out I was expecting when I was 21. So I'm not saying don't hold yourself accountable, because I'm always talking about accountability. But go easy on yourself. Go easy on your family. Think about if it was you. And a lot of people are taking it lightly and keep saying, well, why are they saying it's guilty? Why are they saying somebody's guilty? Well, first of all, we weren't the first people that said that. The others, the sheriff, he said that there was no foul play. How would he know that when there was not a full, thorough investigation? How would he know that without a full autopsy report? See, so while they're throwing it our way, saying that, while they're saying that someone unalived him and someone is guilty, you said it first. When it came out your mouth, Sheriff, Mississippi, when it came out of you guys' mouth saying that there was no foul play, it was a problem right then. However, so many situations, like all these not accidents. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. All I want to know is why do you want us gone so bad? Like, do you feel that threatening? Do you feel like we're that much of a threat to you? I mean, because back in the day, they didn't want us to learn how to read because they knew the power that we had. Our people have invented many of things. And I feel like that's the reason why people want to push work a lot of hours, work 2 jobs, work 3 jobs so you can provide for your family. See, when you're busy all the time, just like they said something about an idle mind. For me, I understand an idle mind can be not such a good thing, but it also can give you time to prepare, to think, to plan, and to really tap into your creative abilities, your gifts, and your purpose. And me personally, I've learned, that's what I do with my time. I learned to love me better. I learned what Quisha like, what Quisha don't like. I've learned if I never get married, I will be okay. It's good to have a friend. And when I say a friend, I mean a friend. You can be celibate. It's okay to be celibate. You don't have to be like everybody else. Everybody is not meant to have children. Everyone is not meant to be married. And I had to analyze that. We have to take care of ourselves. We cannot pour from an empty cup. And that's why I really, I said I was going to be consistent, but I'm on FB as well. And I really had to just fall back, and I had to unfriend some people because everybody not on what you on. Everybody not meant to go with you. I tell people over and over again, stop posting your children on here all the time. Stop recording your children. They already dressed like they're in competition with you or you're in competition with them. Your children should not be wearing stretch pants and you wearing stretch pants. Your children's hair should not be longer than yours. All these colors in children's hair. When I was coming up, you had to be a certain age to wear makeup. You had to be a certain age to get color in your hair. You had to be a certain age to get piercings. And this is my testimony too, but I guess it's more like a rant too, because there's some things that's been on my mind. One good thing about bipolar people is a lot of things be on their mind. And one not so good thing about bipolar people is a lot of things be on their mind. But I would tell anybody this, if you like a poet, which I am, and you like to write, always have your phone or a pencil and a pen close by. Because when you're in the shower or doing, like, work in the yard or something like that, that's when most of your creativity and your thoughts that are important come to your mind. So yeah, those just some things been on my mind because I am a grandmother. I have a granddaughter born on my birthday, and we got to protect our kids. We know that the world ain't what we thought it was, but let's try to make it as pleasant as we can for our children, for our grandchildren. Our children should make it to their 21st birthday. It's just really sad. Now, like I said, I remember I was turning 21, and most people be toasting. I found out what I was expecting, but guess what? I still enjoyed my friends. They wanted me to go out with them. I went out with them. I did not have a drink, and I was happy to have my son. I really believed in the white picket fence and all that stuff. It didn't work out for me, but all my kids by the same man. he the wrong man, but my children are definitely not a mistake. I love my sons, and no children are alike. All three of my sons are different. All three, and I love that about them. And no matter what nobody say, you got to use your own mind. I don't care what nobody say. I did give my children extra love because I know what that man went about. But you got to know when to hold and when to fold it. You got to let them grow. But having a child is a lifetime thing. Some people say, I've listened to people say how they're going to put their children out, yada this, yada that. Mine decided to leave. They had an extra push because they didn't want to go by rules and guidelines. But if you really believe in God and you ask him to direct your path, just believe. God has it covered. I hear so many people saying they're not going to get no justice. They're not going to get no justice. Let me tell you this. Wherever you can do it. Whether it's posting, whether it's making a live, whether it's making a reel, whether it's marching. Do what you can do. But being negative, saying that they're not going to get no justice, I think that just don't make no sense. We got to think positive. And like I was about to say about my children's life and how I used to worry all the time, and I'm guilty as charged. Sometimes now it still be on my mind. I ask my children, where you going? I want to know where my son's at even as adults. But I've always been like this because my mama know we was on the porch. Let me tell you, I know everybody don't have that family member that was probably on something. I had people on something in my family, but I don't give a damn what they was on. They were going to know where I was at, or my butt was going to be whooped. They didn't play back in the day. If your neighbor saw you doing something wrong, you better believe they were going to report it to your parents when they see your parents. Nowadays, you can't say nothing to nobody's child. You got to get into it with them, their parent, or both. And it's really sad. It's really sad. But I saw some kids in the street, a street where I was raised up at. I've been on the west side of Atlanta all my life, zone 1. And when I went there, I went too far. I was in the projects Factz Industrial, on Factz Industrial. So anyway, I had to tell the children to get out the street. They just willy-nilly going in the street. I don't see no parent around. Good thing my friend, he's a safe driver. But if he was speeding, we come through the park. If he was speeding, one of them children could have been hit. I don't care how much we say it. We can say it over and over again. We can say it on the internet. I mean, maybe they need to say it at concerts, because that's what a lot of people care about, concerts. And by the way, I don't see hardly none of these celebrities coming speaking out about our people. But our people are spending money going to their concerts. And that's what I be saying. When they say, let's have a boycott, let's have a blackout the system, let's do this, let's come together. You don't hear a lot of our people out there saying anything. But say come to Carly B, or what's that other lady? Glorilla, or Bootsy. I'm just naming names. Don't matter. I can't even keep up with it because I'm not into all that like that. I like all kinds of music, but I like people that be talking about something. I don't care. It don't matter if you T.I. If you're saying something and I think it's some crap, it's not nothing to build nobody up, then it's not the song for me. And some people don't like that about me, but I like karaoke too. And I'm just going to tell you straight up, I don't want to hear it, because we got to watch what we speak to our spirits. And that's another reason young people like to be on their own. Because when you're trying to tell them, you putting all this music in your ear to saying crap, they don't want to hear. Now I'm saying I was a child before, but see, it's maturity too. Because some of the music I listen to, I know not to put it into my own life. Unless it was worthwhile. They want to promote people out here telling our people to pum one another. I seen a little girl on the bus the other day, and I hadn't been on the bus in a long time. I got on the bus to go down there to the hospital. And I see the little girl on her way to school. She there with on the bus with her parent, and she looking at people fight on video, on the internet. And I'm like, wow. First of all, these children on the phone, on devices too much. Second of all, why are you allowing your child to continue to look at this early in the morning? If you're going to get something early in the morning, let it be something positive. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling somebody the other day, I don't care what nobody say. Somebody is always watching, whether it's good or bad. I don't have people come up to me and say, excuse me, ma'am, I was the lead housekeeper at CNN. You're doing a good job. I appreciate what you do. It's called integrity. Anybody can put on a facade or a show. It's about who you are when you're not around other people, when other people cannot see you. Are you really cleaning the restroom, or are you flushing the toilet? Because I saw it so many times at CNN when I was working there. So many times. People hiding instead of doing their job. You're there to provide a service. So why are you hiding? You're supposed to have paper towels and tissue in the restroom. It's a simple job. But people want an easy street. Now, I don't tell nobody to work the hell out of themselves for no job. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to work the hell out of yourself, get your own business. But if you're there to provide a service, provide that service. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in faith without works is DEA on arrival. We can't, they don't want to say certain things on here. And I think that should be abolished too. I'm not saying curse like a sailor or whatever, but it's funny how they say BLK, say YT and all that type of stuff on here. But you got our people being lynched on the tree. But you telling me what I cannot say on here. Now I'm going to say this like I told somebody. I'm out here for awareness. Like, these people ain't paying me. I got paid on TikTok, and it was kibbles and bits, because they got to get their part. So after your folks don't give all their money, they get a big percentage of that. Now, I don't know what they pay on FB. I am monetized, but I will also say this: we got to also blame our people, because if it say you need 3 stars and I can get 1 or maybe 2, then I can't just look at Facebook. I got to look at my people who is promoting me, and that's part of the reason I unfriend some people. Not because for the payment. It's the fact that when people put out real discussions, essential content out here, people don't want to promote that, but they'll promote these ladies that making all us ladies look like hoes all day long. And it don't make no sense. They'll promote fighting. They'll promote going to the abortion clinic. And I don't get it. What about promoting strong single moms that have made it through and they're still doing it and even had something left to give to somebody else? What about promoting that? I'm about to get up off of here because I said I was going to be here for a minute. But I did just want to say I will be on a comfort couch around 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm about to go on someone else live, but I just want to say this. If nobody wants to do the right thing, if no one is paying attention to the children, who's going to read to the children? If the parents out there running the street, running behind the man, smoking a cigar or drinking a drink all the time, or going to the next club, or the next vacation, or the next set, who are going to read to the children? That's all I want to know. Who is going to read to the children? Good morning. How you doing?